Right, hey guys, OnlyGamer here, back in another video, and today's video is going to be quite a bit different actually. It's going to be a discussion type video. I'm not entirely sure how well this is going to do, like in terms of like views and stuff, but it's just something that I thought, I think you guys might find interesting. Now, I actually got the idea of doing this video from a channel I've been watching quite a lot recently called Fully Playable Games. Super underrated channel, by the way. I highly recommend that you check him out. If you like my content, then you'll definitely like his. But basically, every year on his channel, around the end of the year, he does these sort of channel aim videos, and basically he talks about like, what he wants to achieve in the next year, like collecting wise and stuff. And I figured that, it seemed like an interesting idea for something that I could potentially do. Yeah, so that's what this video is basically going to be about. Since we're pretty much right at the end of the year now, I figured that I would tell you guys just some of my collecting goals for 2025. These are basically like just some of the things that I would like to achieve, next year. So yeah, so more or less it's just going to be a discussion. You guys might find it interesting. All right, so without further ado, let's begin. So let's start off with the system that I just recently got. If you saw my last video, you'll know that I just recently got a Nintendo 64. It was my dad's old one, actually. I brought it off of him for £50. It came with the system, 4 box games, came with a whole bunch of accessories with their original boxes, and yeah, 50 quid for the whole lot. It was an insane deal. So yeah, because I now have an N64 in my collection, that means I can now finally start collecting Nintendo 64 games. And there's a ton of games that I do want to get for the N64. I'm going to get loose carts, I've decided, because getting everything complete in box is going to be financially irresponsible to do, not to mention I also have to buy box protectors for every single game that I buy if I was to go complete in box. So I've decided it's just not worth the hassle. I'm only just going to get the loose carts for Nintendo 64. But just to list off some of the games that I plan on getting for the system, in no particular order. I want to get 1080 Snowboarding, Mario Kart 64, Super Mario 64, Duke Nukem 64, obviously Tony Hawk 1 and 3, which I obviously need for the Tony Hawk full set, which I'll also talk about in a minute. And yeah, just to get a lot of the core titles for the N64, some of the more well-known ones, Zelda maybe. And yeah, just pretty much just whatever I'm interested in. I have no real goal for the N64. I'm pretty much just going to collect whatever I want to play, just stuff that interests me. So yeah, so I'm excited that I'll finally be able to start collecting N64 games finally, because there's a system that I've wanted for a really long time, and now that I have my own one, I can now start collecting games for it, which is amazing. Yeah, so that's something I'm going to be doing a lot next year, is buying Nintendo 64 games, mainly off eBay. I know you can't get some from CX as well, but I mainly just buy online through eBay anyway, so yeah. The next collecting goal I have for next year is relating to the Tony Hawk full set. So I've said it on the channel many times before, and I'll say it again. Tony Hawk's my favorite game series of all time, and I want to own a full set of all the good Tony Hawk games. I want to get every console and handheld version of all the Neversoft developed games, plus the Pro Skater 1-2 remake. And that's it. So I won't be getting any of the Robomoto ones. I won't be getting Tony Hawk Motion or anything like that. Only the ones that are actually, of good quality. I've decided to exclude PC and Mac releases, mainly because some of them, in particular Thug 1 for PC, is extremely hard to find, and I can't be asked to spend a lot of money on bloody Mac ports, So that's why I've decided to specifically just collect console and handheld. And I'm happy to say, for the most part, I'm actually almost done with my Tony Hawk full set. Off the top of my head, there's only really a few that I still need to get. And then once I've got these, then I'll consider my collection of Tony Hawk games complete. So the Tony Hawk ports I still need to get are Pro Skater 1 for the N64, like I already mentioned, Pro Skater 1 for the N-Gage, Pro Skater 3 for the N64, Pro Skater 4 for the Tapwave Zodiac, and Tony Hawk 1 and 2 for the PS5. I think those are the only ones I'm missing, again, for my collection to be complete. So once I get those, then my Tony Hawk full set will be done. I mean, like I said, it's obviously, there's more Tony Hawk out there, but like I said, I only want to get all the versions of the Neversoft games and the 1-2 remake, and I don't want to bother with like PC and Mac and stuff, because Well, I would like to. I would like to get like every single version, but like I said, some of the PC ports are really expensive, and one in particular is almost impossible to find. So yeah, I mean, it's just a lot easier just to get like console and handheld stuff. So that's what I'm focusing on. So yeah, so that's pretty much all I need to get. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, next year I can actually complete that Tony Hawk full set. And when I do, I'll do another updated Tony Hawk collection video when the set is complete. But yeah, but I'm almost there, guys. I'm almost there. I only got a few more games to collect, and then my collection, at least to me, will finally be complete. And actually, speaking of full sets, that reminds me, there's a few other full sets that I want to complete next year as well. So one of them, which I've only just recently decided I'm actually going to go for a full set of, is actually Metroid Prime games. So the thing is with Metroid Prime is that I only started playing the series like this year. I bought the first game on the GameCube around the summertime, and then I got the second one at CEX, and then since then I've actually bought two more, which you'll see in the next Games Recently Brought Online episode, which will come out sometime in January. And yeah, and I kind of just thought to myself, I started collecting like Metroid stuff. Why don't I go for the full set of Metroid Prime games? Because there isn't that many for Prime specifically, I mean, there's obviously Metroid Prime 3, which I really want to get for the Wii. There's the 3DS one, which everyone hates, Federation Force. There's obviously the remaster of the first game on the Switch. And there's also the Metroid Prime trilogy for the Wii. And of course, Metroid Prime 4, which comes out next year as well. So yeah, so pretty much once I have those, then the set will be complete. I've also got Metroid Prime Pinball as well, which came for a lot of games I got for free, if you remember. I got a whole big bag of stuff for free, and that was in there. And that's a surprisingly really expensive game. I'm not entirely sure why. So yeah, so I'd like to complete the Metroid Prime set, and then after that, when I complete that set, I would like to, maybe consider getting some of the other Metroid games, maybe some of the 2D ones. Because it's a series that I want to get a lot more into, because I've heard a lot of really good things about it over the years. And yeah, we just like to get all the Prime games. And then also as well, a series which I'm very, very close to getting every entry for is actually Battlefield. So for Battlefield, I have pretty much every game except for Battlefield Vietnam and Battlefield 2142, both on the PC. Those, I'm pretty sure, are the only ones I'm missing, aside from like expansion packs, because I know Battlefield 1942 had quite a lot of expansions, so did Battlefield 2 and stuff. But in terms of just like main entries in this franchise, I think I'm only missing just those two, which thankfully both of those games are really, really cheap. I figured of picking them up when I find them at CEX, because I'm in no rush to complete the Battlefield set or anything. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just those two games I need, and then my Battlefield collection will be complete. And then also for Call of Duty, the competitor to Battlefield, I also have pretty much every game in that series as well. I've got all the mainline Call of Duty games, so from COD 1 on PC all the way up to Black Ops 6 on PS4. I've got all those. The only ones I'm missing are a few of the spin-off titles. So like, for example, I don't have the PSP entry, Roads to Victory. I do really want to get that. And I think I might as well get the expansion to the first Call of Duty, United Offensive. Because I think that was pretty much the only expansion, at least released physically, for Call of Duty game. And it's also pretty cheap as well. I think it's 50p actually at CX. So yeah, if I find that there, I'll definitely grab that. Yeah, but that set's almost complete for the most part. And then we have the consoles that I'm going to be focusing on collecting wise for the new year. So I mentioned this before in a previous video, but my current console at the moment that I'm collecting for is the Sega Mega Drive, as well as the Sega Master System. So the Mega Drive, I've been buying quite a lot this year actually, all boxed games actually, and I'm only going to collect boxed from now on, because before my rule was if the game was cheap I'd get a loose cart, but I've decided that I really like having the boxes, especially for Mega Drive. I want everything to at least have the box. If it doesn't have the manual, then it's not too big of a deal. I could just buy one later, but yeah, every Mega Drive game I buy from now on has to have at least a box. And that also applies to Master System as well. Master System I've only recently just started collecting for in the last few months or so, ever since I brought that adapter for the Mega Drive. And yeah, and I've only really just got 4 games for the Master System so far. That's a system that I really want to get a whole lot more for in the new year. Yeah, like I have like a list on my phone of just a ton of games I plan on getting for both systems. So yeah, so that's basically gonna be like my main two consoles I'm going to be focusing on for the new year. It's going to be the Mega Drive and the Master System. Of course, I'll still collect for the other systems. You know, I still want to collect more for the GameCube. You know, I'm thinking of also starting to collect more again for the PS2. I did say that I was pretty much done with PS2 collecting, but I was actually wrong. There's still a few games I still want to get for the PS2. So yeah, but Mega Drive and Master System will be my main focus, and then, like, you know, I'll have obviously the other stuff on the side as well. And yeah, and that's basically it. That's kind of like my collecting goals for the year. I don't know if you guys thought this video was interesting or not, but yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to do something different, like just a discussion video, just talking directly with you guys. If you like these type of discussion videos, then just let me know down in the comments, you know, if you want me to do more videos like this. But yeah, so anyway, that's kind of really all I have to say. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys have a really good Christmas. I know it's a little bit early as I'm filming this, but as you can see, I'm already like prepared for the occasion. Got my amazing Coca-Cola Christmas hoodie. Absolutely love this thing. Yeah, and I've got like tinsel like around my room. Got a Christmas tree over there. So yeah, so I'm all decked out pretty much for Christmas. Of course, as usual, like I do every year, my last video of the year will of course be my what I got for Christmas video, where I show you guys all my Christmas presents. And then going into 2025, so far I've only got just 2 videos planned for January, which is going to be the next Games I Recently Bought Online, which I think will be episode 15. And then the next collection video will be a updated Sega Mega Drive collection. Because I've gotten quite a lot more games since I made my last one back in July. Like I said, it is my main collecting focus at the moment. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to making that video. So yeah, so that's basically what to expect in the upcoming like month or so. I might do maybe some more unboxings, depending on if I get like, you know, any brand new games for Christmas. I'll do unboxings for those, of course. But yeah, but anyway, so stay tuned for those videos coming out very soon. And yeah, so all that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and peace. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care now.